So after the joy of writing, obviously this is a product. You got to market it. You got to get out there in front of it. And you are, I must say, are doing just an absolutely fabulous job. Not just because you're on this program, which wonderful move, but I saw that you've been writing articles all over the place. For I think I saw a Teen Vogue on there. I saw Writer's Digest. I saw that you had been I saw that you got mentioned on the Today Show. I saw that you were, what's the name of that swell cooking show you were making cupcakes and talking about your book on?
Oh, Kidlit TV.
That was fantastic. I very much enjoyed that. I didn't know a show like that existed. I'm going to start watching that more regularly.
They are awesome. I had a ball. They have a segment where you're in the kitchen, and oh my goodness, I had such a great time.
And I know you've got a wonderful publicist who could have been nicer at TBS Media Group. And then I saw also that you've got a relationship with, what are they? The book groups that book school visits?
Oh, yes. Booked authors.
So how many people do you have working on your behalf, and how did you go about? Well, no, this. I want to know how you're in the empire building business, and everybody listening and me, we want to be with you. So how do you go about finding these people to assist you in evaluating
them? Okay. So, all right. So I'm in an unusual situation in that I have multiple books coming out with different publishers. So some authors and I think this is true, especially if you write in like one category of book. If you write middle grade novels, you usually stick with one publisher. I mean, you can change, but a lot of times people are with the same publisher kind of longitudinally. And I wrote a lot of books, and we sold a lot of books to different people. And so I ended up with this year, 2021, where I was going to have 6 books with 5 different publishers. Yeah. So every time you have a book with a publisher, you get a publicist who is assigned to you. And depending on the size of the publisher, your publicist may have a lot of time for you because there aren't that many books coming out per season, or they may not have a lot of time for you because they've got like 50 books coming out and they gotta they've got to do publicity for all of them. So but the publicists at publishers do a wonderful job. They do, and the marketing people do the heavy lifting in terms of getting your book to the review people and into bookstores and like all that machinery that you really don't ever see. They put a lot of work into it, trying to get your book in front of different people's eyes. So that's awesome. But because I had 6 books coming out in 1 year with 5 different publishers, I figured I needed somebody else in terms of publicity to kind of help me figure out my entire career overall. And so that's where I went with Tracy Van Straten, who she's just amazing. And she's basically like a consultant. And so we talked for a while, and I said, this is my situation, and this is why I think you might be wonderful, the right person to help me. And she's been fantastic, as you know. And then in terms of what was the other question?
It was a long, sprawling, impossible to answer question, which is what my trademark. Want to break down a specific, and if you don't want to answer a specific, we'll just cut this part out. But was she recommended to you, or did you go publicist shopping? How did you decide she was the person?
She was recommended by another author who was in a similar situation, and so then I reached out to her, and then we had a conversation to see whether it was going to be a right fit. Yeah.
And school visits, because I saw you've got somebody booked.
Oh, yes. So I was approached by them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was approached by them. I think that one of the things that I mean, I don't know. I'm actually not good at this, so I don't know. I don't know how or why they found me or why they decided I thought I would be a good fit, but I think we had a conversation also about like what it would mean to like sign with them. And it's Allison Hickey is the person's name. She's lovely. And basically it's helpful to me, obviously, because it's just one more avenue to connect with schools and teachers. But it's also helpful to them because I'm a person with a lot of books, and I write for different age ranges. So I guess I'm an appealing author to some schools because like if they take me on, I have books that fit little kids and like medium-sized kids and older kids. So I guess that's helpful.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They can get you around the whole school.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm basically like, kindergarten through middle school. I've got it covered.
Well, I saw on your website, and this is publicly available, so I don't feel like it's like it's off the table. But maybe it is. Maybe we'll edit this part out. Who knows? But I was looking at some of your rates for visits, and you can do a full day, up to 3 presentations of 1 hour each, plus author lunch. That's $1,500. You've got a half day visit, it's $800, or you'll do a 1 hour visit. That's $100 or free with the purchase of 10 or more books. Did you decide those rates? Were you consulted on that? And when you're a doctor and presumably you're giving up a day out of the practice, does that really make it worthwhile? This has got to be a thing of love, right?
Yes, it's so here's the thing. You have to balance that you just want to like be in schools and like talking to kids. And that it helps your books with like, so it's not just being a doctor, it is taking time away from writing. This is time that I could be writing. And so that's the whole thing. So it's just got to be worth it. And for me, basically I'm hoping to incentivize people, if I have to travel, like, and do this in person, to just book a whole day, because it basically, even if you go for a half a day, it's your whole day. You're not going to go home and like write War and Peace. After that, you're just going to be tired and fried. So yeah. So yeah, that is and believe me, I don't like asking anything of anyone. Like, I don't like, it makes me very heebie-jeebie, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put rates up there because authors deserve to be paid for their time. And I figure I might as well just be upfront about it, and I don't want my time to be devalued, and I don't want fellow authors' time to be devalued. I want to make sure that, the time that we take away from our other duties and our writing is worth it.
I assume even if money were no object, but ensuring that they pay, that they've got some skin in the game, make sure that they're set up and they're ready to receive you and have a proper visit, right?
Absolutely. And honestly, we all know this as consumers. If something is free, we don't think it's that valuable.
Except for Banneker Bones and the Giant Robot Bees, which is available to download free now.
For free. That's super valuable, clearly.